So then an official welcome to everyone. I'm happy that you all joined. This is our final live cooking event as part of our EU project. I'm Claudia, the coordinator of this project, and I'm super happy to introduce you to this event. I was off for 3 months being a full-time mommy, so she's with us here, the baby. She's taking in all the good information while sleeping. So before we start, you see Olera, Isabel, and Barish in the kitchen. They will be the chefs today. But before we switch over to them, I shortly want to introduce the different partners of this project. So or let me just, before the partners, let me say again what was the project. The project was to create recipes that are healthy and sustainable for children in restaurants, because we all noticed, okay, in restaurants, why are there only unhealthy dishes on the menu? And thanks to EACEA, which is our first partner from CorEdu, thanks to Esther, we are all here because it was her idea, and she was always, I would say, the brain in the back and always supported me in the coordination role. So welcome and thanks to Esther. We have pub hotels as strong partners in Greek, and Nonita was with us for the whole time, and today we have pub hotel supporters with us here in the room. So welcome to all of you. I hope I will soon visit one of your 5 hotel. It looks super beautiful what you're doing. And yes, so this is our Greek partner, and then we have Giuseppe Lombardi in Italy. Yes, Giuseppe and I, we know each other for quite some years. You can find him still every year, right, Giuseppe? On the what I call Oil of Oil festival near Hamburg, where different oil of oil producers come together. It's a really nice event, and I organized 2 different trips to Italy where I visited Giuseppe, so I can very much recommend Giuseppe, Torrente Locione, and did I say it correctly?
Locone, Torrente Locone.
And yes, he is our great partner in Italy, and it was really nice work during this 1 year to have this European perspective on healthy and sustainable food. I'm again a big fan of the Mediterranean kitchen. So yeah, I think we all enjoyed this project, and now it's on the final way with this event. And yes, Olera, Isabel and Barish, they supported Esther with the recipes because Esther is really big on educational work, but cooking is one topic that she's interested in. But it was really nice to have Isabel and Barish as cooking experts there at the side. So yes, I would say thank you for coming in, the 2 of you, and the stage is yours. And no, sorry, one more thing. If you have questions, comments, please make it a live event, not only live, but alive. So ask questions, turn on your microphone or put it in the chat. I will do moderation and hand it into the chefs. So yes, we're happy to have you. And now the stage is yours.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I hope you can hear us very well. If not, please just say something and we're gonna put it louder or something. So I am Isabel and this is my colleague.
I'm Baris.
Yeah, and we're in Leipzig, and we're 2 nutritionists doing nutrition education mostly in schools, but also in cooperation with CorEdu, as Claudia already said. We are really glad to be part of the project. And yeah, today we're going to cook something, but mostly Baris will cook. I will do the video because we are doing with the smartphone, and yeah, I hope it's working good.
Sure. When we analyzed the current kids menus, we realized there are basically no vegetables to be had. It's a lot of fried food, fatty food, salty food. And we wanted to include more veg, more healthy ingredients, and also create something children would really like. So we kept the frying part, and today we're gonna make fried rice balls with vegetables and 2 small salads on the sides. I will show you the ingredients now.
Wait a second, I'm gonna change the camera. Yeah.
So I will just start cooking so it doesn't take so long. I will start cracking an egg. The amounts you can find in the recipes. Today I'm doing a smaller amount. So I'm starting by cracking an egg.
Baris, can I slow you down a second, because I think we have enough time. Maybe you can give us first an overview about the vegetables or the ingredients. I think it's good to have this as a start.
We're gonna use egg to bind the fried balls, and we're gonna use whole grain rice. I come to it later. And for the veg, we use peas. They are full of protein. They can be easily stored in a frozen form. And we will use some sweet corn, mainly because we found it in the fridge. So it's a very versatile and flexible dish. And to fill it up, we will use some carrots. That's gonna be in the fried rice balls. And on the side, we're gonna have some Kräuterquark. I think it's called curd, or even quark, even in English.
Or cottage
and
cheese, maybe?
I think cottage cheese is what we call Frischkäse, Königer Frischkäse. We have that as well to bring more cream into the fried balls. And on the side, we're gonna make a small cucumber salad with yogurt, and a very simple tomato salad with fresh tomatoes, aceto balsamico, and some olive oil. So not to Giuseppe.
It looks very, very colorful on the table. Very nice. Okay, thank you.
I already mentioned the egg, the cottage cheese, and the whole grain rice. While testing the dish, we realized it's so tasty. We can take the taste down a notch and increase the health by using whole grain rice. So we can sneak some more fiber into it and some more minerals. And then we have some ground hard cheese. We used Parmesan today, Parmigiano Reggiano. You could also use Pecorino, for example.
Okay.
And that's the ingredients.
Thank you.
I will lightly salt the egg already. Put in the cottage cheese. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yes. Very well.
Putting the cottage cheese. And then today I'm eyeballing it. I'm using some rice.
So the rice you cooked in advance, it's already
cooked. We cooked the whole grain rice.
So it's also a good leftover dish.
Exactly, it is. Then I'm gonna add some of the cheese, delicious cheese. As I said, the recipe can be found online, and you will be able to see the consistency I'm aiming for.
Yes, and the recipes will be online, and also there is a YouTube channel that we are developing at the moment where you can see the videos also.
So the consistency is quite nice already. I'm gonna add some peas. Those were frozen. So it's a good dish to mix together quickly, basically. Most of the ingredients are durable or haltbar. They don't spoil easily.
Long lasting.
And I'm gonna finally dice the carrots. I'm a bit nervous because cooks are watching. And they probably critique my technique. Yeah, the idea was to implement more vegetables. So the base idea was to make something very tasty, then to include some vegetables. We were lucky to be able to include some whole grain, which everybody should eat more of. And as nutritionists, we're kind of obsessed with legumes. So that's why we included the peas, not only for color, but also for protein.
Yay! You got a big yay for me. I'm also the very great pulse enthusiast.
Yeah.
But what is your? Some people don't consider green peas as pulses.
I was afraid to make a mistake. I was also wondering that right now.
But I heard both. I think maybe
should have looked it up before the live recording.
But I've heard both. So some consider it, but I think botanically or something, it's not a pulse. Or I didn't fully understand. But peas are great still, and pulses are also great.
They're a great protein source, and they're also very colorful.
I know that peas are legumes.
I think that's
what
important.
Are peas?
Peas are legumes, no vegetables. Peas.
But I have
a friend.
I have a friend who's botanic, and he's really sure that green peas are not legumes. He was very, very certain about it. But
I know. In my mind, peas are legumes.
Well, then it must be correct, Giuseppe.
Looking forward to the Wikipedia rabbit hole to go down and find out. Do we have some flour?
Yes.
I will be back in a second.
Okay, on BBC Food, they say
So
peas are not. Sorry.
I forgot to prepare the flour. This goes in
what kind of flour are you using?
In the meantime, now I'm using rye flour.
Why?
Because it was the first one I saw. Like it could be.
Rye is Roggen, right?
We don't need to make a dough, so the content of gluten is not important.
Yes.
Yeah. So. That's that. I'm gonna let that sit a bit. In the meantime, I'm heating the oil. We're using canola oil today.
Canola?
Canola, rapsöl.
Thank you.
And we don't have a thermometer. So in a restaurant, you would probably do it in a more controlled environment. I'm just using a wooden spoon. And as soon as it bubbles, I know that it's hot enough. And in the meantime, I'm preparing the salad.
Yes.
Can you tell us how high is the oil in the pot? That's not possible to see. How many centimeters of oil do you have?
Yeah, I see. I will put it into the light. I will bring it to the light. So the rice balls will be roughly the size of an egg. So I'll use enough oil to submerge them.
Okay, I see.
salt the cucumbers a bit, and then just combine them with the yogurt.
It's plain yogurt, natural yogurt?
Plain yogurt, exactly.
Okay.
Cow's milk yogurt. Very simple salad. I loved it as a child, so I'm hoping that still applies.
It's always good to serve the food that you also love to.
Yeah. That's how I got the idea. My mom makes these rice balls. I adapted the recipe a bit, but the idea is from my mom.
Oh, wow.
Also, the tomato salad will be very simple.
Can I ask one question about the dough?
Bad tomatoes won't be a good salad, but in summer with fresh tomatoes, it's just amazing.
Fine.
Can I ask a question about the dough again?
Sure.
Because you said you're using rye flour because we don't need the gluten because it's not a dough.
Yeah.
So
in if you're making bread, for example, you need gluten because gluten is a protein found in different flours, but mainly in wheat flour. And when gluten gets wet, it combines into a mesh, and it makes a very elastic dough that can trap the gas bubbles produced by the yeast in the dough. And because we don't need this elasticity, and we don't need to trap any CO2 from the yeast, we don't need a flour that has gluten in it.
Okay, we just needed to make it thicker, or drier, the balls. This is
bind it together.
The purpose. Okay, thank you.
So
there is one question in the chat. Which other vegetables would you suggest in wintertime instead of tomatoes? Because we're looking for seasonal veggies.
That's a really good question. I don't buy tomatoes in winter either because they just taste like nothing. Cucumber salad would still be fine. Another salads children like. You could always do a green salad, but then probably won't get as many fans among the children with it. Another salad. I will think about it. I have nothing in mind right now, but I will think about it.
How about a carrot salad? I like this myself.
Now you saved me, thanks. That's a great idea. It's also colorful and children love it. There's a natural sweetness to the carrots. You can get them in winter.
Or red carrots. In English is cabbage or not?
Ah, the red cabbage.
Yes.
No, I love cabbage salad. My son detests it, so I'm not sure if children would like cabbage salad. I love it, freshly made, like really finely sliced cabbage, just with some pepper, salt, lemon juice, and olive oil. Salad. I'm not sure about the children. They will probably prefer the carrots.
Yeah, but
Giuseppe, is it differently in Italy? Do children like cabbage salad?
Just a moment. I just try a name in English. Allora.
But don't you mean this vegetable that you have in your potato, this red cabbage? Isn't that what you're looking for?
I think cabbage is Weißkohl, oder?
And I think he's looking for Rotkohl, red cabbage.
Pardon for?
Rotkraut.
Ah, okay.
Red.
Red cabbage.
Mm.
So maybe it's good beetroot.
Ah, beetroot, you mean? Oof,
Thought about it as well.
your children
No,
eat
no,
beetroot salad?
a lot of beetroot because
Really?
it is sweet. Is in it's very sweet.
Ah, okay. Wow.
It's a lot, but cook it in steam or
Ah,
in boiled beetroot.
okay. Not raw. Yeah. Okay, I see.
So maybe it's good for the color and for the taste.
Yeah. So we have vegetables colorful in every season that we can serve the children.
In the meantime, I combined the quark with some parsley. You could use also chives. The oil is really up to temperature. And now I will start forming the balls. And I should have stuck to the recipe. The balls don't hold, so I will use another egg
Mm.
and some more flour.
How did you notice that they just fell apart?
Ah, yeah,
Because
if you can bring in the camera, I will
can
bring
have
it
this as a learning experience for all of us.
That was what I was planning to
Yes,
do,
you see,
of course. So I just tried to form
Mm-hmm.
those balls with two eating spoons,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they don't stick enough. They just fall apart. You see,
Okay.
it should stay as a ball,
Okay.
but it
So,
doesn't.
so then you added now
Yeah,
another egg.
exactly. I added another egg and some more flour. So now we're at 2 eggs. Yeah, I was too confident. I was really sure I would get the consistency right by eyeballing it, because I usually don't cook with a recipe when I'm making food.
That's okay, Baris. You have a lot of
That's why
eyes
I
now on
can,
over your shoulder. That's normal.
that's why I don't bake, for example.
So we have a new visitor, Friedrich. Is this my parents? But they are shy. They don't turn on their camera.
Better. So now I have to add some more of everything. I don't mind adding more parmesan.
Okay. Now we're making a big batch. More people can come and eat with you.
Yeah.
But is there like a ratio that you have in mind? Because we in Heldenküche, we always like to think in concepts that you say like 1/3 of rice, 1/3 of vegetables, for example, or kind of
No, actually, I'm just eyeballing it.
eyeballing. Okay. Well, then it's good that you wrote it down for once.
Yeah, that was also a new experience for me, to be so precise and to weigh everything. And then when I needed some more flour, I had to weigh out 10 grams of flour, add them, repeat it.
Yeah, but it's important if you want others to follow your recipes to do this one step.
Exactly. All right, now the oil is hot. And it still doesn't keep. Yeah. So I put in some more flour. I'm not sure how many eggs we have, so I will be conservative.
You have enough.
We have enough eggs?
Yeah.
So I can make a huge bowl until I get it right. So I will try to get 1 spoonful, which in a finished product should be around 25 grams. And then carefully drop it in the hot oil. And I'm trying to make like one portion would be 5 balls. So I'm trying to make it in one go. That's one reason why I use this deep dish, so we can get a lot of oil in and the temperature stays the same. Otherwise, every time you add it, the temperature drops, and I don't want it to stop frying. 123.
I have a question about this preparation method of frying. So in my head, fried food is maybe not the most healthy food, but I also see it in Japanese kitchen and in other kitchens. So as long as the ingredients are good, then frying is also fine and considered a healthy preparation method.
Now you'll get a real nutritionist answer. It depends.
Okay.
So we always try to teach that there are no healthy foods or unhealthy foods. If you only ate salad, you would fall ill, and some sugar doesn't bother your body, it's hard. Yeah, so there's basically no harmful food. It's about the diet. It's about what you eat in the course of a couple of days. Problem with frying, there are two. One is that harmful substances can develop when you fry at a too high temperature. Acrylamide is one of them, for example. The other issue is that it's very fatty, and in the West, in the so-called West, the tendency is to eat too many calories. And since fat is very dense in calories, we should reduce the amount of fat we eat. So yeah, frying is in a way unhealthy. But if you don't overdo the calories in total, there's no problem with taking in some fat. Mm-hmm. You need fat to survive. So frying per se, not a problem, as long as you don't only eat fried food. And of course, if you use healthy ingredients to fry, that's even better.
Super. Yes, we also have in Heldenküche, we have this saying, we say, Fett macht fröhlich, which translates into fat makes you happy. So it's good to also eat good oil. We were working with the oil mill in Leipzig, and you know, if you have a good oil, or if you have Giuseppe's olive oil, it's good to this Italian way, putting olive oil over your pasta. It's not so common in Germany, but it's fat is something very tasty, and as you say, you need it.
So
fry them off. Because the oil was probably too hot, they kind of exploded, so they lost their ball shape.
Let us see,
but
they're
now
very
they look
creative.
even more handmade. It's fine, and it will taste just as well. And since we all eat too much oil, I put them on a paper towel to get rid of some of it. And now I will plate up. Wow.
Can I ask you about this one issue about frying? You said that it's important that the oil is not too hot, or some not healthy substances will develop. How do you know? How do you see somehow if it is? I mean, if it's burning, it's too hot, yes, but maybe a step earlier, or
actually no. So you can see when it's hot enough to fry. That's why the trick with the wooden spoon, why I use that trick. You can't see when it's too hot. Like you said, when it's burning, of course, or when it's smoking, then you went too high. Mm-hmm. But then could already be, so even if it's not smoking, it could already be too high for to reduce the amount of acrylamide that's being produced. So you should use a thermometer, or so I don't deep fry at home, and I think in a restaurant you would do it with these machines called friteuse. I'm not sure how it's called in English. Does anybody know what friteuse is?
I can look it up.
That would be great. And there you can
Deep fryer.
deep fry. Okay, that's easy. With the deep fryer, you can make sure you have the exact temperatures you need. And there also you will have a big amount of oil, so the temperature will stay the same when you drop in parts of cooler food. Otherwise, the raw material is 20 degrees, your oil has 170 degrees, so it will drop quite a bit when you put in 5 of these, not when you have a bigger amount of oil. So I would recommend using the deep fryer.
Okay.
And I have no home trick to make sure the temperature is not too high. So the idea, as I said, was to make something as tasty as French fries, but to include more veg. And I think with this plate, we did that. We have a lot of protein. We have the yogurt, we have the peas, we have the kvark, full of protein, which is filling and important for health and for especially if you're developing, if you're growing. We have 2 different kinds of veg, and I think children like those. Like I know no child that wouldn't like some cucumber salad or some simple tomato salad. And we have deep fried, golden, very tasty rice balls. And without knowing it, the kid will eat whole grain and pulses, or not. I'm not sure about the legumes and the peas yet. And you can include seasonal veg, you can include leftovers. Yeah, basically any vegetable that's not that doesn't have to cook for a long time can be included. And I think it's my duty to taste it.
Yes. Do your job, please, Baris.
Good job.
Especially, yeah, I should have put in more salt. So again, stick to the recipe. Of course, I couldn't season it, or I couldn't season to taste because I didn't want to eat the raw egg. So in the recipe, the amount of salt is all right. Otherwise, I'm very pleased. Really tasty.
Looks very good.
Yeah, there's not enough light, I think. Really.
Yeah.
And
so
I think
it's not enough light. So in color, in HD, it looks even tastier than on camera. Do you have any more questions regarding the process or how we arrived at it?
There is a question. Do you think the balls would also work with corn, mice? But I think there was mice in it, corn, right?
There's sweet corn in it, so I know it works.
Yes. And I think, as Baris said, there's actually all vegetables would work. Or Baris, is there some vegetables that you experienced that did not work?
I wouldn't put in onions or garlic because they could burn easily and then they get this acrid taste. But apart from that,